Good afternoon, evening, or morning. Today I'm out on Nick's farm. Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You can see my skin glistening with sweat. I love that. Hey Barney, come here. This is his pup right behind me. I get to finally tell you guys the thing that I've been keeping for a while, which was the fact that I got to do a photo shoot with Relative Race, but it was taking me back and taking us back together to the days that my grandmother was alive and a TWA flight attendant. So I get to show you guys what all the photo shoots consisted of and the behind the scenes and how I looked compared to her at that time. But yeah, it's very hot today. It's Florida weather, so humid and just ready to burn you from the sun. But I have friends. My friend Kenzie would be in heaven. Okay, it's time to go.
Hi, I'm Chelsea. Welcome to Chelsea's videos. Today, we're talking about me and Jesus. Stay tuned. I'm gonna keep driving.
Oh my gosh. My grandmother was the only grandparent that I personally knew because my mom's side of the family, both of her parents passed away when she was young, and my dad's side of the family, he only grew up with his mom, which was my grandmother, Vicky, that I knew. And she was very, like, independent. I just think we would have bonded over a lot of similarities that we have, like personality wise, and I think that we could share stories about my dad that would just be fun. Some of the memories that I have with my grandmother is when we would come and when we would go from her house. She would always stand at the driveway and she would watch us leave, and then she would always be like welcoming us whenever we got to her house. And she had this little dog named Precious. It was the sweetest little white fluffy dog, and she loved that dog so much. But as we would leave her house, she would always go like this, like saying goodbye, like waving, but she like did her own little like bye. And then another vivid memory that I have of her was when we would go over to her house and hang out in her living room. The carpet was like super soft. I would always fall asleep on it, and then the TV was on the ground. It wasn't like on any like setting or against a wall. It was just like a really big box TV, like almost like it seemed like a 50-inch like box, like this thick, this wide. I remember my grandmother getting upset with me because I would sit way too close to the TV, and I would always watch all the animated movies like Snow White. And she would make us not chocolate covered, I wish it was chocolate covered. She would make us sugar covered strawberries. So she would cut up strawberries in like little pieces and then sugar coat them. And I would just eat that like candy. That was like the thing that she made us all the time. But one thing I haven't talked about too much was when my grandmother was passing away, as she was in those couple weeks where we knew she was about to go. My grandmother died of emphysema, so she was a smoker. It's really hard to see one of your family members pass from not being able to breathe and their lungs like just collapsing on them. So my dad was with my grandmother whenever she passed, and she was just in her room, and my dad had like an encounter with Jesus with her like before she passed, and I know it touched my dad quite a lot, and he gets emotional even telling it today, and I just wish I could have been there, but at the same time I know I was so young and I probably couldn't have understood it. But I am thankful that my dad like shared that story with me, and that I know that she is in a place where she has healthy lungs and she ain't struggling anymore. So this transformation that I had the opportunity to be a part of with all these other ladies was just very touching, I think, to all of us, because whether we knew our ancestor or not, in my story I did, I felt very honored to be able to step into her shoes in a way. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of her story now that I'm older and I get to look back on all the memories that we had, and just the memories that I wish we could have had if things were different, but things aren't. So I'm just excited that I get to share this video with you guys that I will leave a link down to in the description, and also just encourage you to live a healthy lifestyle and to spend time with your family, because you never really know when the last moments will be. And I loved that woman quite a lot, and I treasured her, especially since she was the only grandparent that I knew. So y'all know that I love sentimental stuff, so I had to do a video like this and just give thanks to Relative Race and BYU TV for giving me this opportunity that I would have never have thought to do myself. Just wanted to encourage you guys to have an awesome day, to invest in your relationships and have fun, and I will see you in my next video.